Hey yo!
Yo, hey yo, yeah, yeah.
Yeah!
Alright, let's go. Oh, that's better. That's so much easier. Okay. That's the essence of that's the essence of tea. Oh, there we go.
That's the essence of tea, bitch.
Bitch. Let's look at that shelf with like the chess pieces and the glasses on.
Alright.
These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beef steak from Le Carnival... Don't even.
Oh god,
Would be on
don't
display.
remind us.
Don't even. Don't even.
That shit goes in the trash. A mysterious Jew, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men. A bust of Napoleon? I hope that wasn't dropped on anyone's head.
Oh my god.
Ah, what an entrancing collection.
It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me. Rather like what's on my own shelves.
Oh, fuck you then.
Well, fuck you. This is my stuff.
Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo.
No.
Hey, I actually said Mr. Naruhodo that time.
Oh, yeah. No favoritism there at all. I think... Oh, wait, there's... Oh, no, that's part of that. Okay. Let's move back to the left. Oh, sorry, to the center. Let's look at the tea that's on the chest in the middle. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy, with an equally sturdy lock.
What's it going around opening things? I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous.
How did you come to that conclusion?
What? Because you're Japanese!
Because you're Nippon!
You're Nipponese! you are too! What are you talking about?
Why?
No, it doesn't matter.
I looked at the... Well, I looked at the light on the wall on the right, but it just said the fire. So it probably just the fireplace.
Okay.
The fire is burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi, somehow.
Look at the photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting.
Is that supposed to mean something to me? The woman awarded... What? Oh. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
I don't understand it either.
Well, I mean, I guess there is a woman in... What is it, like Iris Adler or something? In Sherlock Holmes, which is like quite a famous woman.
Oh, that probably could be the reference.
Maybe? Because it's like Sherlock's wife slash girlfriend slash whatever. I think. I might be getting names.
Granted though, Iris herself could probably be a slight reference to that.
Oh, maybe. Wait, I might be getting the name wrong. It might not even be Iris. It might be something else.
I definitely know that there's a person named Iris in the Herlock stuff.
Maybe it is then. Let's look at the globe. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high. I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
Oh, it's a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it?
Just looks messy to me. Like my desk!
But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself.
No favoritism there then, either. Huh.
You're filthy! Take a shower! Touch grass!
Touch grass. Let's go to the left. Oh, there's... Oh, yeah. Let's look at that black table. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. Oh, the desk, okay. It's completely clear.
Okay.
Isn't that enormous machine usually on it?
Never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Yamamoto. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite.
That's scarily plausible, actually. Okay,
Well, I think that's it.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Oh, besides Iris.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll take a glance at Iris. Boop. Oh, does it just start the conversation? Okay. Wagga hi!
Wagga low!
Mr. Natsume's... Oh, that's Mr. Natsume's cat. Oh. I mean... Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy.
That's so hard. The muse as empty as the hot surfaces.
Damn. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
For good reason. Terrible things happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed.
That is true.
Like death and murder.
Like murder. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. He is quite cute.
He is.
Yes, oh, yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention. What is that? Bing! I call it the cat flapper mat.
Gosh, is she made for making doors just for cats?
It's utterly pointless. That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap, rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like.
I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us at the door for our office upstairs, Iris.
She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hee hee hee. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, because we were talking to Sherlock. Oh, sorry, Herlock.
Herlock.
Let's converse with Herlock. Wanting to die. Gosh.
Wanting to die.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened?
It used to be the case, as in my hands, this violent sun like the dawn chorus. Its melsonant tones would make the flowers bloom.
What does that mean? Melisonant? Melisonant? Melisonant?
I don't know.
I do not know. It works?
But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddess of music has thrown me over. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Though the night I have endeavored, hotel. That sound, my tone. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion!
Well, I haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Harry? 3 accents in one. Don't worry. I'm sure it'll come back to you in time.
Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddess of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius to a man, the next they unmercifully.
Oh, dear.
Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left for pity's sake? What is left?
It's opposite to right. Just trying to lighten the mood. Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Well, just because he's known for it doesn't mean he likes doing it. The missing machine.
Mr. Shorms, I don't need to vibe. Your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do give you credit. Oh, Mr. Shorms. Excuse me. They pale in significance when they're compared to yours.
You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Harry's great analytoscope? They're at Windibanks now. That's at Windibanks now. Sorry? It's a Windy Bank. No, fuck up. Windibanks. The pawnbrokery.
What?
You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? How?
It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Yeah, madam. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How could it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary.
It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all.
It would seem that neither of you fully understand.
Oh. What to understand exactly? Everything about pawnbroking. How pawnbroking works.
The entire history of pawnbroking.
What did you mean when we said... Well, sorry, when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works?
To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks. On Mondays, merchants relinquish their fire. Sorry, yawn.
That's alright.
Merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through.
Uh-oh. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned.
This has been a fascinating lesson for us.
Everyone does it, you see. Especially people in Inner London.
Oh, okay, sorry, had to get that big yawn out.
No, go for it. Get those yawns out of your system.
And they should have money to spare. They would purchase some of the fine jackets. Not to wear, obviously.
Oh.
Oh, how ingenious.
So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windibanks, you see?
A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extreme source spot.
Oh, secure vault.
Secure vaults, my bad.
That's alright, Herlock. It's no problem. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley?
Nah.
Oh,
Well, well, just to be now.
oh my gosh.
Oh, what was that?
Wagaha!
Oh, oh.
Clatter, clatter, screech! Oh no.
What was that?
Oh no! Wagaha is tangled up in your violin! What? How?
I think he thinks it's a toy.
No! What's he doing to it?
Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes is a precious violin.
Oh my god.
Why should I care?
What?
I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is accomplished musician than me. No, if the cat is a more accomplished musician than I. No. Jones really is in poor spirits, isn't he?
Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage.
You guys are really a living sitcom, aren't you?
The one where the cat scratches the violin. Oh wait, what am I doing? Wait.
Oh.
Examine? Let's try and examine Iris.
I think the violin is on the table now.
Oh! That would make sense. Oh yes, it's on its chair. Let's take a look. So this is the violin, is it? Oh! What?
Oh. It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari.
Oh! I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. Oh my god, it's a Stradivarius and he got it destroyed by a cat.
Yeah, like
What?
how are you not upset about that?
Maybe they weren't worth that much back then.
I happened upon it covered in dust, like a machine gun upon shot down with a nondescript. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it. Yeah, 55 shillings.
How honourable of you.
And until today, it's been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've ever made. I ask of you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of such music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none! Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Oh, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, do you not think?
Does it? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh! Oh! Susie's right! Yes! The tone of the wood is completely different!
And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, it's not even the right size, is it?
What's this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin. Then what?
It's a viola.
I believe it's an entirely different instrument. A viola. What? What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're right. You're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray? What is this piece of stringed flotsam?
Not your faithful performing partner, then. Huh. Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. If we hint, ask her. Let's ask Iris. Mix-up. What does he mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this violin... sorry, this viola, I mean... was at Winterbanks until last week.
Pawnbrokers?
Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner.
Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner, oh no!
Oh no!
That was a proverb from the East, which you are no doubt familiar with. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed.
So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth?
Oh, what a wonderful idea! Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my previous instrument. My precious instrument. It would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with this charming fiddle instead.
Ooh, tawdry fiddle.
But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber.
Oh. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings.
Now, pshaw! A fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Ricardo, never trust a partner. They will try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbrokery as an extreme secure vault. This Naruto. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere.
Sorry?
Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Fessing your coffee so obtusely.
Fressing your coffee? What the hell does that even mean?
I've learned a lot of new vocabulary with this game.
Yeah. What? That's
Are you
wild.
not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency for which we are faced? You must visit Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay.
But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs.
My dear fellow, surely you still intended to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fess your egg ever more obtusely.
Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Don't worry, Bruno. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thanks, Iris. Did your accent change? As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Oh, let's move to the pawnbrokers.
All right.
New location. Oh, there's also Baker Street. But let's go.
Might as well go.
Which one? Baker Street or?
Let's go to Baker Street and then Windibanks, because like it's realistic.
Yeah, makes sense. Baker Street.
Ooh, there's the pawnbrokery.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so we live right next to the pawnbroker?
Wait, what? I didn't realize we live right next to it. Oh my god. Let's look at our house first. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office.
It's definitely a nice house.
Yeah. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective? If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret. We better not, Susato.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Okay.
They're totally taking shots at Mayo with that.
Okay, well, let's look at the pawnbrokers, I guess. The one that's on the same goddamn street as us.
Yeah, literally a house away.
Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
That's Windibanks, pawnbrokery.
Looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. Oh, I felt so miserable.
Doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruto.
I think you mean, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Makes us
Mr.
stronger.
Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay, I think that's all we can check.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, let's move into Windibanks. Almost called it Windibrokes. Oh, this is a nice, scene. 15th of April, Windibanks Pawnbrokery. So this is a British pawnbrokery.
My, all sorts of tools and contraptions in here I've never laid eyes on before.
Ah, Susato-san, that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh, yes. I don't know why, but seeing such things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure.
And clearly, Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his
right
eyes.
In their fucking faces, Susato.
Ha!
What
Take
two?
this.
Bam!
Bam!
Oh, the fuck?
Oh, Mr. Windibank. Oh, shall
you can be him if you want.
sure. I'm not too bothered either way, actually. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back.
Oh, perfect. Exactly the voice I think for him.
Boom.
Did you hear that brazen welcome?
Well, yes, we are potential customers after all.
We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windibank of our item. Come, the fight is afoot.
Oh my god, look at him. Converse. Actually, should we converse or look around first?
I think Sholmes will stop you if you look around, so...
Oh. Okay. What happens if I try to examine? Just like examining around the clock or the gong. Oh yes, he does. What are you doing, my dear fellows? You want to browse? The country's a regular lesson. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. As though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windibank first before you can explore him, Mr. Susato. Okay, fair enough, yep. Adverse. Violin!
Naturally, you will recall this. which I retrieved from you some days ago.
Yes.
This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windibank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. You cannot even see the same size. I don't know why I said see, but whatever. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sharnes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. Sir, how utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. No. Oh my god. What? I shall have to take my own life.
I shall have to. Oh my god. I do not think that will be necessary.
If I may just say one thing before I pop off.
Yes?
It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe.
Sorry?
As I recall, I entered the store to fetch a violin when I heard, "Ah, here it is."
You did?
And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there could be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me.
No, my dear fellow, the fellow's line.
Oh. Whew. Okay.
Here the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windibank. Evidently, my questionable disposition participated in this tragedy.
Well,
Those are a lot of syllables in just three words.
That was a lot. Well, you would be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you?
I do believe you may be right, sir.
It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I didn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past.
Oh? Here are your items.
In the extreme, ma'am. For example, in the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes, or some such.
I really like this voice you have for him.
I really love it. I really love it as well.
Oh my! A new full-fledged novel? And unpublished! Oh, a story I've yet to read, you mean?
Oh! Forgive me!
Wait! Before you die! You must tell me more!
Unpublished... Well, let's go over the unpublished story.
Sure, why not? I must know more! Tell me everything!
Wow. Suzuda-san is really fired up now.
It's a brilliant, unpublished story! Under this very roof!
Well, one day the gentleman here brought me an old metal chest, you see.
I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windibank.
For a chest like that... 1 shilling, say. Not a farthing more.
It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript?
Indeed I do. for I am confident it will be quite safe here.
And that was that? As such, Mr. Soames's latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my story.
How's the recording going, by the way? Is it still good?
Yeah, it's alright now. I don't know why it was...
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it messed up before. But yeah, it seems to be absolutely fine.
Well, that's good.
Mr. Soames, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this?
I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely.
Of course, sir. Of course. There's even sound with me, I assure you. On my life. This is all very strange. Yep. You don't say. Pawnbrokery. I wondered, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit? Or sable, I don't know what that is. I suppose I could offer you, 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colours are exquisite, the design exotic, Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say.
Oh my! Guineas, you say? How interesting.
Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilise the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. Oh, stowage. Oh, it's not. I thought it said storage. I thought it was saying storage, but really weirdly. It just said stowage. Secure
Stowage.
I thought it was like stowage. Stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, the items are happily returned.
But what happens if they don't pay the money?
And I'll kill them. And I'll kill them.
Damn! I'll pull this revolver on them and shoot square in the face, I will.
And the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelf behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months passed?
That's right, Mum. That is right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, recompense is for me to end it all.
Very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is absurd. One should never talk of one's demise so casually.
Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning.
And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure that such a tragedy never recurs.
Oh? What sort of measures?
I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Winterbank has installed here in this very shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank?
What was that deep sigh about? Red-handed recorder. Beep.
Beep.
What on earth is a red-handed recorder?
Oh, use your eyes, my dear. There are 2 just below the ceiling.
What? Oh, I didn't even see that. Could you even see it? Or am I just imagining?
I don't think you can.
Maybe not. Anyway, it's Susato.
can see what appears to be a camera attached to some kind of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. Every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shot.
Ooh. Hey, I have an example I can show you. 4 AM.
Ah, yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity of the shot counter.
Why do you have
I
one from,
developed this.
why do you have one from 4 AM then? That's weird.
Yeah. Well, it goes out on every 30 minutes, so
Oh, I guess.
I developed this special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in the dark.
Really? That's extraordinary.
Yeah, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. So you see, were someone to enter the premises ill-intended, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear. Then what if the incident were to occur between times? One could only say that it would be a cruel twist of fate.
I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late.
Beg your pardon, Mr. Woodbank. Surely there are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not 1, but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older.
Nonetheless, small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred partner. Dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price.
Oh, heaven help us. Now then, Mr. Soames, allow me to return your precious violin. That is a nice looking violin.
That is a nice looking violin.
Ooh.
Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Woodbank.
Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this should be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be armed. That's not really what I meant. Well, this is all like it's all like leading up to a case.
Sometimes foreshadowing is fairly obvious.
Yes. By the fact that the prints are taken every 30 minutes, I'm like, that's suspicious.
This whole setup is basically sometimes foreshadowing is fairly obvious. Good day to you then, Mr. Winterbank.
It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Soames.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last.
Boom. Let's explore. Examine. Let's look.
This is a nice pawnbrokery.
Yeah. Let's look at that gong that's next to the clock. I think it's a gong.
Okay.
Might be a musical thingy.
Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box bee. That, my dear man, is a music box.
Oh.
Surely you would have such things in your own country. Oh my. Yes, but certainly never one that's this large. Shall we listen a while? A sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside, on which the notes are to be played and recorded. Simply by placing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played.
Wow.
My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed. Though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Of course.
Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. That's still true today.
It seems to be true every year. There's never a time when it doesn't like increase exponentially.
Yeah.
I've just looked at like the thing with the red. Well, there's that red like looking handkerchief thing.
Oh, okay. What an assortment of things. What an assortment of things there are. Oh, okay. I had to find the inflection in that one.
I know. Sometimes it's hard, actually, isn't it?
What an assortment of things there are on here on these shelves. Crockery, footwear, clocks, watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items, offered by sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
When you pawn, or colloquially pop, an item, the broker loans you the money against its worth. He stores the item in for the agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, it is free to be displayed in his shop for sale, at a price of his choosing.
Oh, yes. Now I've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So, you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow.
My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Okay.
We can look at the desk.
Oh yeah. Let's look at the desk.
Look at that enormous ledger on the open counter.
Wow, that is a big ledger.
That's like a fucking... Jesus.
It's
Mr.
like
Winterbank is...
tome.
Yeah, like a freaking Fire Emblem spellbook. Mr. Winterbank is, if nothing else, very peculiar about recording the items he accepts.
He'd have to be. Otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. The gun? Oh, it is the gun! Oh, I was joking, but okay. This...
It popped up for me at the very last second before you said, a gun?
This revolver here.
Do not to detain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein.
Hmm?
I assure you, Mr. Winterbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belaying his size. Oh! You don't mean he'd... blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompense for his blunder.
Oh.
My...
It's like,
But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. Could you even suggest it?
oh, okay. Let's look at that curtain. Like behind
Oh,
the
yeah,
desk.
we can.
There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there.
That leads to the storeroom. Mr. Winterbank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity.
Ooh, larcenous activity. Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do.
There is but one
Oh.
key. Mr. Winterbank keeps it in his pocket at all times.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, huh.
I'm
Before
sure
he
that
sleeps.
I'm sure that would come back into play at all.
Oh, yeah. Really wonder where the murder is going to take place this time. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which slides under his pillow.
What else did you know about that, Mr. Sholmes?
I am a detective, sir. It's my business to know what others do. I am frequently assailed by information I neither care for nor wish to obtain. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder.
And the prime suspect of this pawnbroker who's ever burgled. Yep. Not gonna lie.
We can move over to the right.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh, can we look at those dolls? No, we can't. Why would we be able to look at them?
Says the avid doll collector.
Yes.
I'm not offended at all.
Let's look at the door.
Alright. 3 globes of gold. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before?
No, never.
The 3 golden balls are, in Great Britain, it's the universal sign of a pawn.
Oh.
There are more than several hundred such establishments in the capital, all showing the same sign.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see.
I had not imagined your ignorance was so profound. Oh. Well, what's the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Does it have some special meaning? That is entirely unimportant, my dear madam. Irrelevant to you.
You mean you don't know? Let's look at the calendar.
Alright.
Oh, we're zooming in.
Stop being such a screw-up, calendar!
That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th of April, today's date. That's suspicious.
That's kinda sussy!
Kinda sussy. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style, page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. Every night at midnight.
The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank.
And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Oh, yes. I see you're very dedicated to your job.
Okay. Oh, let's look at that. Is it a radio? Next to the dolls.
Oh, okay. You know, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through, so probably not a radio.
Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows.
Ah.
What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
Ah.
A stereoscope. Oh, fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is far beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then. I'm going to try it.
Yes, we get to see her at it.
Ah!
Oh my
Mr.
god.
Mamoru, you must see! At once!
Alright then. So, I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Are we gonna see it? What the? I don't believe it!
Yeah, try it yourself. It's very weird.
Oh, I didn't do it. Oh well. I did try it at the start, but then I didn't. It's just a photographic print. But it seems like you could reach out and touch it.
Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours just to see them.
Wow.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
Because it's called black magic, and it's called black magic.
It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. You shall save this lesson for another day. Oh.
I'm gonna look at it again, because I want to actually see. Oh well, okay. I just want to get to the bit where I can actually try it.
I believe. Yeah, it should.
Okay, whoop. Boom, boom. Right, let's try.
Okay,
it.
so this trick is a bit tricky to do, but basically, if you cross your eyes into a certain position, you can like see a third image, like smoothly right in the. And it looks very weird in 3D.
It does.
Like it's so weird, but it's like it's a such a cool point.
Yeah. Oh wow. That is amazing, actually. Okay, well, yeah, there we go. Ta-da!
I'm sure that will not be a focal point through this case.
No, I mean, why would it be? We didn't spend that much time on it.
Yeah, and they did point out that there are photographs for this establishment. Oh no. There's this little round box in the corner.
Wait, where?
In the right corner on the right side.
Oh.
Near the cacti.
Oh.
Look at this. Whatever could it be used for?
I have no idea.
There's a small catch here. Look.
We're going to open it, aren't we?
Oh my. It's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism.
Which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before.
What you doing?
What? Us? No, nothing. No, nothing at all. No.
No.
Whatever this device is, seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. Feels as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere.
What? Oh, we come this way! Great, Sam, you know it!
The article spare you what a penny wish. I cannot offer more. Oh. Who's this? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on. Oh!
That should be right! Is that it?
I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Wait. Don't we know? I'm sure I recognise her. Oh, also, Cockney slang, butchers is butcher's hook, rhymes with look. So there you go.
Oh.
So if you say, yeah, I've had a butcher's, it means I've had a look.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure I recognize her.
Oh, yeah. It's the young lady from Mr. McGilded's tribe.
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. It's been a while since I've done a McGilded voice.
Oh, sorry, you lot! Hope you've been. What? You remember me then, do ya?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
So, what you want doing here? Down and out, like the rest of us. Not for the eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Oh, sorry. Coat, have you?
I think it's like Weasel and Stout, maybe? And then Weasel and Stout, Coat. Something like that. What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it?
Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the... you.
Yo!
You.
Bow.
Soldier boy.
Bow. Herlock Holmes, tell them.
So you would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Holmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Pull the other one! I don't need no help from some stuck-up D!
D?
Get out of my business! Get out of my business! I'll make trouble for you! If you wish, Mr. Strong, I will happily remove myself from your presence.
He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? That's like a manhole cover.
And you! Come on, leave me alone! No, Miss Lestrade, let's just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest.
Susan can really stand her ground when she wants to.
Whatever.
Whatever, Minga.
Wait, we have to present our armband to her. It's a funny exchange.
Oh, let's do it. Present armband. Would you have a look at? That's strange. Where's my armband gone?
What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You looking for this?
Yes, but how and when and how again?
Got Italian for it, haven't I? Ivan.
That's bordering on black magic, and it's called black magic, yeah. Took a sip from a secret potion. Da -da 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 -da. Anyway, Little Mix, black magic, and it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull.
So, what you want to tell me about then?
Oh. Just like end. That's funny. Pawnbroker's customer. We're conversing. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Strahd.
Yeah? Well, I am alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. Not a problem, is it?
No, not at all. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong there. Probably got on the die, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy face. Your Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase? What? Well, I might have been thinking that you're a sneaky little bitch. Something along those lines. That you're a thieving little bitch.
So you're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruto?
Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Are you a thieving little bitch? Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, don't know how to best answer that, really.
I bet you do.
Suppose sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Mr. Strahd. But not this time, alright? Swear, that thing belongs to me.
The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Oh, we have to actually examine and then look for him.
Sure.
Oh wait, hold on. We can look at things again?
I think it'll probably just say the same thing.
Ah, maybe. Okay, let's just look at him. Winterbanks. Oh, Winterbank. Look at Mr. Winterbank, watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about. Oh, okay. Should probably see whether the argument's been resolved yet. But what do you mean? I'm trying to... What? I was...
What?
What? Don't I need to talk with him? I guess not.
No, you do.
Wait.
I think you might have not clicked him, or accidentally.
Oh! You're right. I was like too far to the right. Miss Lestrade's disc. I'm gonna go for.
Alright. Miss Lestrade's disc. Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Ah, this... Oh, whoops. Just completely changed, like, this is a music disc. This is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box?
What? Don't even know what a music box is? It's not too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before.
I really like the coat she has on, by the way.
Yeah. All the outfits are really nice, but I like her, like, hat and coat combination. It's nice. Small protrusions from a metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
So incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Oh, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
Oh, that's a pack of lies. He told me. He did. He said it was, well...
He? Who?
you mind? Right, that's all. That disc is worth good money. I know it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well then. You have to try a look at another pawnbrokers, won't you? You saving little bitch. Gina Lestrade. She's been in before, of course. This little... What?
Tatterdemelion.
This little tatterdemelion? What on earth is that? That's a word.
What on...
I see. And bought some dubious alcohol and I told me to every single time I might.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the disc she bought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually bought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, storage ticket. So... Miss Lestrade actually came to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs stored.
Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But she gave me a ticket for it, and we paid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to attend the article to her. Really? That's really suspicious.
But what was the article? You tell us, Mr. Frank.
The little scamp is wearing it, Mum. Overcoat? Oh, it's the overcoat she redeemed. Oh. Oh.
What? What's wrong with it? Fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How's that coming to all this?
Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. New article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Mr. Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. She brought in fucking both. Yes. Yes, she tried brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. So this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put her thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh. You mean...
You know it's rude to stare at a lady. Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat. Why didn't you just fucking say that?
Wait, I thought it was a massive disc. Is it just a tiny disc? Oh.
Maybe at least hand sized, I think.
Oh, I thought it was like huge. I thought it was like a 12-inch, like record or something.
Oh.
And I was like, how the hell did she get that out of a fucking overcoat pocket? That makes a lot more sense. I was like, what? If you mean this dish, then yes, exactly, Mom.
And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Oh, give it up! I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? May.
It doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me, old man! It's me old man's, okay? Oh, me old man! It's me old man's, alright? Is it Miss Lestrade?
Oh, damn. Yeah, this is definitely all rather suspicious.
Okay. I don't know who should play this guy.
Out of my way, please. Oh, well, let's take a look at him. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Whew. Did someone turn the heating on? Whew. My goodness. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Whoa. I don't know who should do the voice though.
Oh. That's what I'm debating too, because like this guy's a good character.
Well, good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. Or is that too high? I think it needs a deeper voice.
Yeah, just a touch lower.
Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen.
Oh, perfect.
Shall I go with that?
Yeah, let's stick with that now. I'll say if the inflection needs to be a bit deeper or higher.
And
or
if you want to take over, please just say. Good
we'll
day
see.
to you, ladies, gentlemen.
What's your problem, man?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you?
Oh, I love that delivery.
As well as a pickpocket.
Eh? Who are you? Do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean are you?
Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Oh, you are doing magnificent with him.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to give it a bit of, like, venom in his voice.
Yeah, you definitely need to, like, soft venom in his voice. He's the exact person to have it.
Yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my! Oh no, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say... Oh... Any music box discs. 2!
You can't have it! You just can't! It's the old man's! Oh, it was. Now it's mine! Goodness, Mr. Naruto. This is a very awkward situation.
Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Oh. What happens if we just converse? Oh yeah, the gentleman's accusation.
Mr. Strahd, what this gentleman is saying... What you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. Throughout my life. Ain't never laid eyes on this dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now.
No! I swear it! Swear to God!
It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, and this little gutling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes. As you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these back-salum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come on now, Mr. Stride, give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
What's up? Of course I have. Yes, I did. Earlier, like 1, 2. Yeah. What's up? You're funny. Did you come just to barf in my room? Should we go out and do the thing? Yeah, I'm cool with that. I will. Try to sit up more straight. Just try a bit. Sorry about that, Grandma came in.
Oh, that's alright.
Alright. Hold on! What? It's like it's me! Just look at this dandy cove! You think I'm the dodgy one?
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Well, what are my evidence? Yeah! There's your evidence that I stole something, eh? Come on, let's see it!
Oh, I have evidence. Naturally.
What?
Evidence. Evidence that the article Mr. Stride redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman.
Of course. We need only consult Mr. Winterbank's ledger. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. I never ask customers' names. It's a strict policy of mine. Oh, great. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person redeeming it?
Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's Professor
Layton.
Yes. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. But wouldn't she have said it?
Yeah, what?
But what? The watchword. Interesting. But what? But she would have given the watchword. How the hell would she know it?
Yeah, wait.
So, about this watchwords, Mr. Winterbank. As I've just explained, I'll never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it?
Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. A direct deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th of February. With the watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir.
What? How?
Really? This is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Can we examine? We can examine the mysterious man. Picture postcard, gentlemen. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Not pay attention. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Oh, its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-coloured soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Oh, of course. Yes, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really.
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Yes. Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. He's so refined. Oh. I mean, he's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Yeah, bitch, it is. Well, I know it's like Eggs Benedict, but
Yeah,
really
it's like, but like all the names in the Ace Attorney series, and his name is suspicious.
yeah, his name is like, but why didn't they give him Egbert? Like, instead of Eggert? That's not a fucking name.
I think actually his name was Egbert in the Japanese.
Oh.
Wonder
why they changed.
Actually, no, I think his name was literally just Eggs Benedict.
Oh. Now, to the matter at hand. Oh, a wool. My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off.
Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching it.
Every move he makes.
That was clever.
That was funny. Can't stand watching him. Ah, well, it does suit him, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back.
Slight suggestion.
Yes.
Let's, if you can, see if you can give him just like a pinch of kind of like,
Ooh.
like oh yes.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Very like typical like
Oh.
I'm so rich.
So rich. Right, just a little bit, but not
definitely
too much.
I definitely like what you're doing. Just add a pinch of it to what you're already doing.
Alright, I will. Gina.
This is why I hate grown-ups. Just 'cause I'm a diver. Everyone thinks it makes me a liar.
And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker.
Oh yeah, I already hear the difference.
But of course, sir, here is the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another disc. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you?
Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it.
Very well. Wow! Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Oh yeah. I'm loving your performance of him so far.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely a good suggestion to put a pinch of aw into it.
Pinch of like, I'm so rich. I've got it all. I'm so poncy.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
Oh my god. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood. You filthy animal.
Oh my! Yes, there's some blood on the disc.
It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them, but he's wearing gloves.
Well, you can tear through the gloves.
I guess.
I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to the old man. So you're not having it. Oi, you! Take it!
Me?
If I ain't going to it, they'll have it off me again. Keep it off it.
Mr. Strahd, why is this disc so important to her? The music box disc has been entered into the court record. The cornerstone of the case! You there, and the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please.
No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars!
What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this?
You won't be resolving anything until the second case, because it literally says the Great Ace Attorney resolve.
Well, I want to talk to Gina again. Let's talk to Gina. Wow. Mr. Strahd is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Oh. Oh yeah, well, why don't we just look at Sherlock? Oh, sorry, Herlock.
Herlock.
Sorry, Herlock. Let's look at Herlock. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see.
So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruto.
Sorry?
After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of...
Hold on, I'm just gonna plug my left controller in because my left controller is running out of battery, but my right controller is alright.
It's fine.
Oh, bloody hell! I have to play with it detached. But that's so silly. All right.
So silly.
I'll just detach it again. Hope that it's charged enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of it. Oh yeah, and Jeremy atmosphere. Yeah.
I had nothing to occupy my mind, but I was too ashamed to let society think of my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretend to examine the tedious trinkets of this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend that I have left, this 7% solution. Pray, do you understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruto? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely.
Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know? You know?
Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered.
You really were sad, weren't you?
Mr. Sharks, I feel simply awful. It seems that my inferences are correct. Surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again.
I was waiting for this.
My dear madam, sometimes I wonder where my genius for deduction to be mitzvahs. How much could I pawn for this?
Seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction! Duh! I'm not gonna leave it.
Is there any question?
Do you progress the story?
Do you progress the story or quit? Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. What a blue blazes have you in, eh? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later.
Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you?
Mr. Agnertz Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions that I have drawn.
I beg your pardon?
The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something that you have not yet revealed.
Oh.
And the second is this. A considerable crime in contemplation. One you will orchestrate, with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions?
How? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg.
It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction.
Well, that's yet to be proven. Once again. Just who do you think you are, sir?
Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for.
Deduction time, maybe? Ooh.
So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another of Sherlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. The great deduction. The day is close.
Topic 1. Mystery Man's aim.
must ask themselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbroker. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different.
Ugh.
As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment file.
Huh?
The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need for such employment. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions.
Oh.
Whoops, I dropped your con.
I was about to drop mine as well, actually.
The cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible conclusion.
What utter rot! I've had this cane for years.
The contradiction of which I speak is the missing fur rope. The end of any walking cane should be terminated with a metal fur rule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all.
Oh.
You recoil, sir. Is something wrong?
Well,
And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth of this rod you? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a trout's handle? I mused. But of course, as I said, it is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel.
what? Are you insane?
And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your motive for coming here was to take employment in this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated.
The tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Interesting. Great crime.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. But we must expose the details of this elaborate crime that you have come up, that you have in the planning.
This is utterly absurd. Utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbroker with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Oh well. Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Say for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say?
Oh, there was ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict.
Oh.
Ah, your furtive glance is more telling than I can have.
Oh my god, it's the picture of the dog! What? What?
Well, it was my favorite dog, Scruffy. He was buried underneath this premises.
Oh my god, if it goes this way. Oh no.
Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor.
Oh, okay.
The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter. which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives a notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And accordingly, the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works. Beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank in the opposite end of the road.
This madness has entertained the this madness has entered the sewers now, has it?
By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite.
What are you...
In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of an underground tunnel.
Master plan!
Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make of the underground vault in the bank?
Are you quite serious?
Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no, sir. Mr. Bennett.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence.
This picture of a dog!
This picture of a dog! It was the guard dog for the vault, and they had the key around its collar at all times.
Oh my god!
You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
Oh my goodness. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me.
Currently, the final stages of the preparation, the Great Exhibition, will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower.
Ooh.
Funds that are currently sitting in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road.
No. Pardon?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah! Yes. The considerable crime that you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits at the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat. Please. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle.
Mr. Sholmes?
I definitely think we could probably finish this first half of the investigation.
Oh yeah.
In this whole session, because we're nearing the end of it. This is the tail end of part 1.
Oh. I think that's a good idea.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness. Would you not agree?
Was it true what you said about the bank over the road? And what it has in its vault?
Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it's one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence.
Love it.
But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah.
And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it?
There could be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is surely the first thing he would want to do now. Oh.
Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Winterbank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh my life! I sure am not so unscrupulous.
Well, hopefully this has taught you all about it. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care.
Mm-hmm.
One can never be that privy to secrets that won't one can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word it's out, it's out.
Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. Ah!
Wow. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Yes. Let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape.
Alright, well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Sherlock Sholmes is magnificent. Logic and reasoning spectacular.
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Topic 1. Mystery Man's aim.
First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbroker. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having the redemption ticket stolen from you. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer.
So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job, so he could dig down through the floor.
In an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. Wow, just saying that sounds convoluted. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No. I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Remember, you can look around. Or move the camera, I mean.
I mean... oh, wait. Oh. Is that a draw? Oh, there's a drawing. There's a writing on there. I didn't see that. Scribbled writing.
Oh.
Let's go for that.
Take that!
Take that! No. No?
Do remember that sometimes you have to examine stuff.
Oh. Oops. Those notes were scrawled by somebody famous, and as such, are worth a considerable amount of money. The fact that you handle the paper on which they're written with gloves only proves my theory. So you came here today with the intention of pawning it for as much as the broker would give you.
You're a fucking idiot.
I know. I'm quite proud. Well, let's just get out of there. Oh well, actually, I might save. I haven't saved in a while.
Oh yeah, we have not saved in a while.
Let's save now. So I'm gonna examine it and then present it. Well, maybe present it. Alright, let's perhaps it's destitute really. I think that's the only explanation. Must stop thinking along those lines, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I suppose you're right. Well, in that case, perhaps there's something in his pawn shop that the man was looking for? Oh, okay. Oops. Let's actually look at that, then. Let's look at it.
Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here.
Wait, is that meant to be a drawing of the girl? Because it's got like the little... It's got the hat and the, like the glasses on the top. I don't believe it!
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name: Gina Lestrade. Height: 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness.
There's even a sketch of her, Hat and all. Although if you showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure.
And look, the details of the shop have been written down too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline 15th of April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled in the back of that piece of paper? Ah, info about Mr. Straw. Let's do that then.
Take that! Take that!
Hit that! Boom! Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Mr. Straught.
Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and Mr. Windibank's pawn.
Oh. You originally told us. You had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you.
That, sir, is thinly veiled.
It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here, to Windibank's Pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat.
So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you've gone through such lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Mrs. Stride. In other words, there is some ulterior motive to your actions.
Ooh.
Kane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an uncontrovertible contradiction.
What utter rot! I've had this cane for years.
The contradiction of which I speak of is the missing ferrule.
What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement.
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing in this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Oh, well, it's gonna be the it's gonna be the letters on it, but I'm gonna look at them.
That's certainly not EB.
Yeah. Look here, Miss Susato. There are some letters on the handle.
Yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So Herlock Sherman would be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh.
A-G. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Because his name is not A.G. Because his name is meant to be Egbert Benedict, so...
Take that!
Take that! The initialing. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. Sorry, I presented the initialing.
Oh no, it's fine. I already did that.
Okay.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict?
Oh!
We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have it in your grasp. A cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed. Would you not agree?
No. You're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you'd had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it at the park.
In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod?
My rod.
My rod. Yes, unzip.
Yes. Zzz.
Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle.
Huh? Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now, a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Mr. Strahd from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's holding is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. It'll probably be like some initials or something in the coat. Oh, there's a broken seam at the back. Let's look at that. Split seam.
The seam on the shoulder seems to be coming apart. Look.
So it is.
You know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something, I thought I heard him make a strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now that I think about it, it was probably the sound of this seam reveal.
Oh. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and you wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If you were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart.
That I'd like to see.
Sorry?
Nothing. I didn't have a yaoi fantasy. So, how can we make a Mr. Benedict how can we make Mr. Benedict run around?
She's really giving this some thought.
Yes, okay, it's my fantasy.
God, she and me are on the same page.
She had some horny thoughts.
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Ah!
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
Focus, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, sorry.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset.
Aroused?
Aroused? When you so badly lied to your name, and how I got down so badly with you. And your name is so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has all been one
Yes. Herlock, are you alright?
Okay, fine, we're moving on. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank.
Oh!
Oh, yes, please won't like that. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined to have has been considerably curtailed.
To abscond with a redeemed item. Solved. Great crime. I know it wasn't to steal the item. No, to abscond it.
To abscond?
Like,
now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have had in the planning.
This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage? I've forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword.
Man, I love that. I love the second phase of the deduction music that's playing right now. It just plays so well into like you know, in the other case where we were just finding out that the couple had a flyer and such. But in this one, like this man is legit trying to steal something that has a mystery behind it, and
we don't know why.
And we don't even know that much about him, if anything at all. So it's like, I'm getting chills right now, and I've played this game before.
Had I not been the one,
and like it just adds into this music, just adds into like a great like intense conversation, which they are definitely having, and I love it.
Yeah, because there are both sides of the conversation. There's him trying to keep it a secret, and there's us trying to reveal the secret, but we don't even know what the secret is.
Yeah, and this whole thing is, and this whole second half of the deduction is now different now, because, I mean, that was completely untrue. He wasn't trying to steal anything. Well, he was, but it was in the current situation, not a plan ahead.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to steal money. He was literally just trying to steal this code, but we don't know why. What would be the point in stealing the code? It's just a code.
Yeah, it's a code, but what does it have that's so important?
Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? Nispa?
Oh, but the watchword can be discovered, as you are the only one too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Your furtive glance is more than telling.
What? It's that
Let us
picture of
consider
the
how one
dog.
might-
Again.
His name is Professor!
Oh my god.
Let's consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice.
Well, I think we know what this is going to be, but I'm just going to look at it, just make sure.
The direction of deduction must change rather dramatically now.
Yes. No more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded better exciting. Anyway. You can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Winterbank would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Winterbank would allow you to redeem the article whether it's yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow by reading the ledger? Oh my god!
Whoa!
Whoa, what?
No, you can't, oh my god, you can't look at it. What?
Oh! Interesting. Oh, well,
no, I want to look at the picture!
Oh, can we not look at that? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I want to look at that picture. There's like a little notelet. I'm gonna just look at that.
Oh, there is.
Look at this, Miss Susato.
Look at this notelet.
Look at this notelet.
Ah, it appears to be a memento. A memo.
A memo. I don't know whether it was really funny.
Mr. Winterbank has scribbled to himself. Memento.
Let's see. What does it say? Oh. Professor. Bum bum bum.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Mr. Winterbank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him. Right before their eyes. And in alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see.
Oh, well that was it. Well, that's it.
Well, yeah.
Let's boom that notelet. Kablam! The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks that the customer watch for the watch. He asks the customer for the watchword, and notes down the response uttered on a notebook he has on hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question.
I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade.
Ooh.
In all
In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winterbank. When did God damn, they keep switching.
well, to be fair, we were looking around at that moment when Lestrade came in. So
Yeah. Oh, but it might have been 2 months ago. I think this is meant to be.
oh, probably.
We were on a Sholmes line, by the way. Wow.
I thought that was Rinosuke.
Oh no, I know. They keep switching it up. I read there was one Rinosuke line and then it switched back.
Yeah. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is common practice.
You observed him writing the word professor on the note beside the letter.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade.
Oh. Hold on, my battery's depleted.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Hold on. Might just have to. Okay, hold on. I'll stop the